topic that I'll be discussing /stream tonight is in regards to why your mental health is bad, right? Yeah, my bad, guys. So this topic isn't really discussed a lot because when you come out and talk about you having a mental health issue, people tend to judge you, right? So for those who are suffering in silence, I want to make this point very, very clear to you so you can understand where I'm coming from. You're not alone in it. Let me repeat that again. You're not alone, right? Every single person in this world, every single person on earth has something that they're going through, right? Now, the reality of the situation is that it's completely up to you on how you handle what you're going through, right? Are you going to tuck your tail and dip, right? When negative things start to happen, when people start to switch on you, right? Switch up on you, when people start to show you their true colors, or are you going to take it like a warrior and become tougher, right? The reality of the situation is that a lot of people don't know how to handle trials and tribulations. There is not a single person on this planet Earth that does not go through trials and tribulations. Every single person goes through trials and tribulations. Every single person has something that they are facing in their daily life, in their personal life, that is difficult for them. But regardless of the scenario, regardless of the situation, it is up to you to determine how you're going to handle it, how you're going to be able to put yourself in a position of success. Now, am I going to say that people aren't going through mental health issues? No. Everybody has a mental health issue that they're going through. And the reality is that in your mind and your mentality, it's completely up to you to determine how you're going to handle the trials and tribulations that you're going through, because people use mental health, right, as a way to not really try to improve their lives. Now, like I said before, that doesn't mean that they're not going through something. But in the society that we live in now, especially if you're going through something, people use it as a reason to not self-improve. People use it as a reason to not try to get better. People use it as a reason to try to become lazy and unmotivated. It's like, nah, bro. If you know you're seriously going through mental health issues, bro, you got to consistently put yourself in a position to self-improve and to get yourself out of that situation. The reality of the situation is that the reason you're going through mental health issues to an extent is because of your environment, right? You're probably living with people that are not productive. You're probably living with people that are negative, that are giving you a lot of negative energy. And it's like, if you do not separate yourself from those people, that is going to increase your mental health issues, right? That is going to make it even worse for you because you're not putting yourself in a position of success. Everybody has heard this, right? This thing that I'm about to mention right now, everybody has heard this. You are literally a product of your environment. So if you dwell and you live with people that are bringing a lot of negative energy upon your life, you're going to become that, bro, and it's going to affect you mentally. So if you're constantly dealing with people that are not lifting you up, that are not helping you to become better, that don't even see potential in you, you got to separate yourself from the pack. Now, once you're by yourself or you're around people that are going to help you become better, now it's up to you to determine. But a lot of us don't want to put ourselves in a position of success by doing the hardest thing, which is to move away from people that are not helping us grow. You have to understand that your ability to make your mental health better. You have the ability to be able to uplift yourself and become the king or queen that you are. Because a lot of people try to make it seem that they're not going through problems. Everybody's going through problems. But the thing is that I'm going to say specifically men, a lot more men, we suffer in silence, right? Because the thing is that especially here in this country, right? People don't appreciate the hard work that men have to put in order to be able to make sure that society's thriving. That's the truth, right? That's the truth. But with that being said, it is what it is. We have to try as much as possible to become better and to do better and to try to help ourselves and help others to be able to become the greatest versions of ourselves. But that's not going to happen if you're not in the right mental space. Because I'm going to be honest with you, it's people that are not in the right mental space that start to, when you're not in a level-headed thinking space, which is your environment. You become a product of your environment when you're always around them. So, let's say, for example, you're a man, right? But you're still living at home with your dad and your mom, or just your mom, whatever the situation may be, your parents, or your parent, and they're constantly giving you a lot of BS, right? They're constantly draining your energy, throwing all that negative nonsense on you, right? If you're a man, there is no single reason in this world, especially here in America, that you should not be working as hard as you possibly can or starting your own business in order to be able to get enough money to move out, right? I made a live stream about this I think this was a couple of days ago, probably even a week ago, and I talked about it. I said, listen, if you're a man that's living with your mother, right, or you're living with your parents, your long-term goal should be to move out and develop your own place, right? Start your own home, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your own place. That should be the end goal. Now, whether it takes you 30 days, cool. But the limit should be between 30 to 90 days. You have to be able to put yourself on your feet, right? It doesn't matter who you are, because you have to understand that, especially if you're living with your parents, your dad and your mom, or your mom, it's going to be very, very hard for them to respect you because they don't see you doing your own. That respect comes when they see you doing things for yourself, because when they can see you doing things for yourself, they're going to start to think that you can do things for them, which obviously, if you are, you probably can. But with that being said, it's going to be a lot easier for them to give you that respect. Now, once they give you that respect and they're not giving you BS all the time, your mental health becomes better because you're in your own space. You're in your own space, right? People use one or two things that they do for you as a reason for them to insult you. It's like, nah, and not everything is an insult. When I said that they use one or two things as a way to insult you, I mean that obviously because they're doing something for you, they try to literally insult you or disrespect you. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, you shouldn't have to tolerate that, especially if you're doing for yourself. So, like I say again, you want to put yourself in a space that's going to be able to help you thrive and become the best version of yourself. That will never happen. That will never happen. And let me say that again. That will never happen if you are not in the right environment. You have to be in the right environment. You have to be careful what you listen to on a daily basis, right? Who you listen to as well, too. Because these messages, they start to become subconsciously programmed into your brain. You might not even consciously think about it, but it's already stemming up in your brain, right? All of these things matter long term. So you really sincerely have to be careful of who you're listening to and what type of message you're sending to you. Because all of these things have the effect to really be able to make you or break you, bro. And the reality of the situation is that a lot of people, especially here in this country, right, they're going through a lot of mental health issues because they don't know how to deal with situations that affect them on a personal level. And this is your opportunity to understand that you can be able to solve your issues if you have the right mindset and if you're in the right environment. Those are the two primary factors that are going to really be able to help you get over your mental health issues, right? Now, do I think that anybody, like we as a woke family, you know what I'm saying, we're growing every single day. We have the ability to do what it takes in order to be able to become greater. But we have to have the right mentality and we have to do the right things every single day, as much as we possibly can. Now, does that mean we're perfect? No. Me as Wokey Bucks, I'm even going to tell you I'm not perfect. But at the end of the day, it's about your heart. It's about you trying to do the right things, even if you know that you're going to mess up from time to time. Everybody messes up. No, like I said before, no one is perfect, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But your mentality goes a long way. Your mindset goes a long way. Your heart goes a long way. It's really going to show who you truly are. So continue to prosper, especially through these trials. And this is another thing as well, too. This is going to be my last point for tonight. You feel what I'm saying? Embrace your trials and tribulations. Everybody, I'm telling you, bro, before God and man, God be my witness, right? And I'm not saying the Lord's name in vain, but God be my witness, man. Everybody in this life, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, everybody's going to go through some sort of trial and tribulation or trials and tribulations. You have to be able to embrace it, because no matter how much you're doing to try to help other people or you're doing good, there has to be some sort of negative things in your life, right? Some sort of adversity in order for you to be able to have a balanced life, number one, and for you to appreciate the good things that happen. Because it's very, very hard for you to appreciate the good things that happen if you don't go through some sort of adversity. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the balance comes into play. So understand that whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, it's not forever. No condition in this life is permanent. But if you have the right mentality, if you're putting in the work, if you're praying to God for him to be able to give you strength, courage, right? Everything is going to be good for you. But it's all, I'm telling you, it's about your mentality and your environment. And you really got to learn how to embrace trials and tribulations. You're going to have people that are going to try to disrespect you. You're going to have people that are going to try to tell you you're not good enough. You're going to have people that are going to try to embarrass you. Embrace all that, bro. Because the reality is that those people that are trying to do those things to you, they think you're weak. They think you're soft. Let them think that. But they're going to see truly, deep inside, that they don't know what you're made out of, bro. You're made out of a different type of cloth. You feel what I'm saying? And when they see that you're made out of a different type of cloth, they're going to respect that long term. That's the fact. Now, that's just when it comes to people, even situations, right? Some people might even go, and it's sad to say this, but this is the reality. Some people might even go through a point where they have to potentially face eviction, or they have to face homelessness. Understand that if you ever have to go through that the end is never there. The biggest asset you'll ever have is your brain. Your brain gives you so many ideas, gives you so many thoughts. Now it's just a matter of applying it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got to use that as an opportunity to try to self-improve, to try to become the greatest version of yourself, and to try to make your life better every single day. That will never happen if you don't have the right mentality. So from this point on, Woke family, let's continue to get better, and let's continue to do the things that it's going to take in order to be able to level up. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. Just come into this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, just come into this live stream. You feel what I'm saying? Woke family, you already know what time it is. We have to get right. Facto. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.